So the next session is another story, but again, learnings for people who want to go digital. You know, you are maybe coming from a big brand, a corporate, established companies, or you're working as a startup with these type of companies. So here we try to bring some learning, some things that you can take away. And we have a great guest today that will talk about how he came from extreme sports to be an entrepreneur. So I'd like to welcome on stage the European correspondent from VentureBeat again, our dear friend Chris O'Brien. Thank you. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
Yes, come on, Taig. Thank you. Mike.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
Up. Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's go back a little bit, because you're obviously here because you're an entrepreneur of some kind.
Exactly.
But let's talk about your biography first. You had a pretty boring life before entering the far more exciting world of entrepreneurship. So tell me a little bit about your background.
Yes, it's true. Like it's kind of new for me to be here because I used to be a sportsman. I used to do half pipe in competition, going to the X Game in America. I had the great chance to win the X Game and to make like a crazy jump from the first floor of the Eiffel Tower on rollerblade.
Yes.
I was standing like 40 meters above the ground on the ramp and just make a free fall. I think we maybe should see a little video of it.
Do we have a video?
Yes, we do
Excellent.
have a video.
Bonjour Paris!
So
Wow.
pretty boring, staying around the house
dangerous.
a lot, not getting out much.
But fun.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about, first off, your extreme sports career. What did you learn from that that made you want to make this transition?
You know, like the extreme sport was not giving me so much opportunity as the big sport, like soccer and things like that. So I really had to learn from the early age to be my own entrepreneur, to be my own PR, and you know, even like the jump at the Eiffel Tower, I fight hard for all the institution to convince the French government to give me the chance for the Eiffel Tower to jump, to get the sponsor, the TV and stuff like that. And basically, I've tried to put the same energy in my that I have in my sport, in my company, and to have the same passion. I always work with passion. So and I try also to bring every time something new jumping off the Eiffel Tower was something that wasn't being made. And in the technology, I thought, you know, since I'm starting from down, I have to try to imagine, to invent a new technology, maybe on mobile phone and maybe on application, and that's what I did.
I wish we had a video of the meeting of you with the French government minister trying to get the permit to jump off the Eiffel Tower, because it took me 4 months to get a bank card in France.
I know.
I can't even imagine what that took to get the okay to do that. So when you decided to make this change, you also had an idea.
Yeah, the idea I had is very simple. It's like we live in a very connected world. We have many mailboxes in our telephone. Our telephones, smartphones are so intelligent. I mean, they are real computers. And how come we only have one mobile number? Just one mobile number linked to the SIM card, and you cannot take it away from the SIM card. And I thought, that's weird. Why we cannot have multiple phone numbers that are actually not locked inside the smartphone, but in the cloud? And that I can interconnect those phone numbers with the SIM card with the real GSM, not through the internet. And when I had that idea, of course, I didn't know if it was possible or not. And I started to meet all the biggest engineer telecom in the world. Even I managed to find a telecom partner. And we built together that technology, what I call today the cloud number. So just to explain how it worked, more or less.
And let me just stop you. The name of the service and the company is?
Is on-off.
Yeah.
On-off. Very simple, because you can put your number on and off anytime you want. And basically, you don't have any more the numbers locked in the SIM card. They are up in the cloud. Let me give you just a little graphic for you to understand. Like a normal phone, a regular number, they are basically directed like that between the antenna of each operator. That's a normal phone. Now, the cloud number, it's a little bit different, because the number that you are calling, they are not anymore inside the SIM card, they are inside the cloud, actually. And so basically, when the number one is calling the cloud number can redirect any telecom operator that you want. So basically, the cloud number that you can have it reachable and accessible on any device. If I have no battery on my telephone, I do the login and the password from any smartphone, and I can have my phone there and be reachable 100%. And where it starts to be crazy, I really think it's the beginning of a revolution, because I think in the near future, every mobile phone that everyone will have will be locked in the cloud, and you will be able to sign in and out as you wish. For example, for international, when it starts to be crazy, is when you are between two countries, for example, America and France. If I have two friends that have American number, one have an American cloud number, and he goes to France, there it goes crazy. The friend call him on his American on-off number in the cloud, and the cloud number redirect the phone all the way to the French SIM card. So basically, you can go in another country and be reachable locally on your American number if you have an American cloud number. And it's, in a way, changing the roaming as people are used to it, because you can go anywhere in the world and be reachable locally on your number.
Well, and the other thing that strikes me about this, and so you're able to provision that number in just a couple seconds, basically, in a couple
instantly
taps of
exactly.
Of an app.
That's the magic of it. You know, the number they are up there. You just download our app. It's not yet revealed. It's a little secret at the moment, the Onoff app, but we are going to reveal like beginning of January. And so basically, you download the app for free, and you have a list of mobile phone number depending on which country you want those mobile phone number. If you want French mobile phone number, you select France, American, and so and so. And directly you click on the number, and when you click on it, it's activated right away. You can send text message to people even if the people that are receiving the text message don't have the app. It's a real phone.
So, and the other thing to be clear is that unlike Skype, these are not making calls over the internet. You're actually making a call over the network.
The network, yeah. To just have a little comparison between Skype and us, between two countries, when you speak on the phone on Skype, I will say The not so good quality is because of the 3G between your phone and the network. But for us, since we go fully on GSM, the quality is exactly the same what everyone have on their phone. But we have no charges between countries because you can have, I mean, no charges. You still have to buy a SIM card in each country and you pay your local call with that SIM card. But basically, you can have the best quality of call compared to Skype, better quality of call, a real number, a number that you can text people for real, even if they don't have the app, for international.
And then potentially I might have 10 phone numbers.
Yeah, I mean, that actually, yeah, beside the international part, in the normal life, that's so practical. You just, for example, you go in a party, you meet someone, you want to give a number, next day you want to erase it, you want to sell your car on eBay, you sell the car, next day you erase it. But even for business people, we all have multiple phones in the business people have one phone for business, one phone for private life. Now, basically, they save money because they can cancel one monthly plan that they pay for maybe $30 and even transfer in the near future the number into Onoff and have the two numbers inside their pocket. No two phone to charge, no two phone to pay, and no two monthly plan to pay. Just everything in one phone.
And so we think this will be available in France in January, and then...
Exactly. I mean, we are a big team at the moment, about 20 people in my team, and my telecom partner, they are 150, so we are working hard. It's a huge project, and we really want to release something incredible that will really change the way we communicate. And we didn't show it today because the announce is beginning of January. There are a few little bugs to finish, but seriously, beginning of January is going to be incredible in France, and hopefully February, March in about 100 countries.
So let me go back to the extreme sports stuff for a moment. So you have this idea, you have some notoriety, you've obviously had practice getting yourself out there, convincing people to do things that they think are a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, was kind of a weird story that happened to me, because at the same time, my career helped me at the beginning, because people trusted me in my career. They knew that I am a fighter, that I'm a hard worker. When I'm saying something, I do everything possible to achieve it. So to bring people around me, to convince investor and stuff like that, at the beginning, at least to have the meeting was possible. I could, because I'm a little bit famous in France, I could knock at every door and ask a meeting, and I could get the meeting. But actually, when I was in the meeting, people were thinking, but wait a second, what a guy from extreme sport, from rollerblade, is telling us about telecom or application, you know? So for credibility was kind of hard for me, but I am so passionate about it. I worked day and night for now more than a year. So I start to be now an expert of it. There is no technical question or legal question that I don't know, that I cannot answer. So I can now finally be in front of big guys from telco or application or engineer and reply them right away. But it was hard.
Well, along those lines, though, what made you think that you could do something like this? Because obviously, you know, for some of the things that you were doing, you need to have some basic knowledge of physics, but you're not a programmer, you're not a scientist by background.
I really have to thank my parents for that, because they gave me a different kind of education. I never went to school, not even one day in my life. That's not the advantage, but the advantage that they gave me is that they really give me the mentality that everything is possible. You have to trust in your dream and fight hard day and night to achieve it. So it's true that when I had that idea, I didn't know where to start. Okay, you have something like that. Who to ask if it's possible to put the numbers in the cloud and to interconnect them with the antenna of the operators? Wow, that's very complicated. But it gives, I think, a good message for the young to really see that even in the big business, like the telco or something like that, everything is possible, even if you are not from it. And you can break barriers all the time. But of course, I broke those barriers by not sleeping, working day and night, and making mistakes, of course, and repair them. And yes, and there are many more to come. It's just the beginning.
Well, and then for the employees, I mean, you mentioned you haven't done this alone. You have a team now,
of course,
of people who have more sophisticated technical backgrounds than you and I do.
Of course.
I mean, how did you convince them that, hey, yes, I did this stuff, but I'm not just this guy. This is an idea. We can do this. I'm the one who can make this happen.
You're right. I mean, it was funny because all those years, because of my sports career, when I was meeting some people, they were kind of impressed about my jumps. But when I was front of engineers, if I started to show them my jumps, they really didn't care. They said, okay, whatever. What is your technical thing? And it's true, at the beginning was very hard because I didn't understand anything what they were saying. Thanks God I had one of my best friends that was helping me to really choose the right guys. But the key to convince them, I think it was the product and the idea behind, the vision I had. The fact, like the guys, I really make them feel we are going to change something big here. Having the number virtual in the cloud, interconnect by the GSM network to every smartphone instantly, you can have multiple phone numbers. It's really something that may break rules. And the engineers, they felt so much passion, energy. It was not about money, it was about being on board to something cool.
And speaking about breaking rules, you know, if you're going to do something like this, you can expect, one, there'll be some incumbent companies who will not be excited that something is going to come along and undercut their money. And second, you're going to encounter inevitably different government rules that may or may not be super excited about this either.
That's for sure. You know, that's for sure, because just for international, if we reduce roaming with that, the operators may not like it and stuff like that. The law may have to change a little bit, but technology are always pushing forward things, and when something big, like it's like a big wave, nothing can stop that big wave. Like why, you know, we all have multiple email in our telephone. At the moment, you all have only one phone number in your phone. Imagine if you could have, imagine when the service Onoff is going to be available and you will have multiple phone number instantly in your phone. You will never accept to come back. So the telco and all the industry and the law, the governments, they have to adapt. So seriously, I don't know how it's going to become. And that's why at the launch, we don't know yet what exactly price we are going to provide our product. One thing for sure, there will be no advertisement in our product. I really, and the security is incredibly important, the privacy incredibly important for me. But we are going to launch probably the first number for free as a test period for a short time. And we will see like that how it's going to grow.
And so now that you're on the cusp of finally launching this thing,
yeah.
How does that compare to jumping off the Eiffel Tower?
Wow. As excitement, it's really the same kind of excitement, because I remember when I was building the event at the Eiffel Tower, I was seeing the event coming, and it's a dream. It's a dream building that event, and days were reducing, and I was seeing the RAM building, and here is the same kind of excitement. I had that dream 1 year ago, and now I see the product in my smartphone every day, fixing small bugs, and when I will finally be able to download it on the App Store, on Google Play, wow, it will be great. And imagine the pleasure to have people, that system may help so much privacy. For example, we are building with the Onoff technology, for example, I never have to know the number of the people that are receiving the call. So the privacy is 100%. So basically, we are building a technology for all the websites around the world. When you are subscribing on a website and have to give your phone number, you can, on the side, create an Onoff number and directly not give your real number and have a total privacy on that. So hopefully I'm going to help people. And this is so cool to have the chance to give cool tools to people.
Okay, we're just out of time.
Exactly.
So
thank you very much for your interview, man. It was amazing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.